and welcome back to Mad's World. This week I'm joined by the lovely Meg Jager.
Hello.
Hi. Like Jager bomb.
Exactly.
Does everyone say that?
Yeah. I think everyone for most of my life misread it and said it sounds like Mick Jagger, which would really, I don't mind if people say Jager. I mean, I say Jager most of the time, but like Jagger is 2 G's.
Jagger is a cool name though, isn't it?
But it's not my name. I hate when people are like, wow, you have the exact, and I'm like, no, I don't. Learn to fucking read.
That's so real.
Jagger is 2 G's. Yeah. 2 consonants, so it's like G, stronger.
And you're a teacher, so like it's about the details, you know?
It is, yeah.
Stunning. Well, I want to know, apart from your career in comedy, which exploded during COVID, how did that start, by the way? Like how did you get into comedy and how did that begin?
It was pretty random. It was 2021. Mm-hmm. So I'm from Brisbane and I spent COVID in Brisbane. So my COVID was honestly awesome. I just, so unpopular to say, but like, you know, we got money from the government to like stay at home but like it was really tame. Like you could still go to cafes and restaurants, but like far apart. Yeah. And I don't know. I just like, I learned to cook fairly well. I
did too, actually.
Lost so much weight during COVID because I was like, I can just run.
Yeah, just run around.
I could just run around and like, I don't know. I didn't get FOMO because it was awesome. And so 2021, that's when more things started to open up. Yeah. And you could actually just go to gigs and events. And my friend, she loved nightlife and going to gigs. I don't care for most things, but I would, you know, I like to hang out with my friends, so I'd go with her. And we go to these comedy gigs in Brisbane. And respectfully, they were so bad because they were open mics. Yeah, right. So open mics are bad because people are either doing brand new material or it's just anyone. Yeah. And my friend Kiara was like, we should do this. And I said, I'll do it if you do it. Yeah. And then, we entered this open mic competition and then I won it. What? And I won an open mic competition.
Did you just do it like off the cuff or did you write like a set?
I wrote a set. Oh my God. I would never just go on stage and say, I hate people who do that. I'm like, that's not.
A man would do that.
And they do. And they are surprised that it didn't go well. No, I wrote a set and then, I won the competition. And then.
Oh my God.
I just kept winning these like open mic competitions. And then when you win competitions, people are like, oh, do you want a gig here? And then after a while, after like a month, I was like, oh shit, I guess I do this now.
Oh my God. And so you just like did it with your friend on a whim and then it became like people were like, you need to do more of this.
Yeah. That's and then so I realized like, oh, I need to get an ABN because I'm people would ask me to invoice and I was like, I don't know. Like I work for the government. I'm a teacher. I don't know what a fucking invoice is.
You're like, what's an invoice?
Just
that's so funny.
Contact my employer. I don't know. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty random, but now I do it and
Amazing. And you have a tour coming up next year?
Yes, I do.
Tell me everything.
So this is my second tour. This show it will be called A Beautiful Mind.
Like the movie?
Nothing like the movie. Cool. But the same as the title of the movie. Okay. But it's nothing like the movie. Yeah. So it's about how I realized in the last 18 months that I am autistic. And now more things in my life make sense. Like, for example, when I was in school, I was bullied so profusely, but I didn't know. I had no idea because my self-esteem was just too high and I think my autism protected me. Like, for example, when I was in year 10, this guy messaged me and he said that I was like... Essentially, he said that I was fat and ugly.
Oh, no.
And
let's kill him.
I remember thinking, oh, my God, there's another Meg Jager at our school. She doesn't have Facebook. So people think that I'm her, but I'm not. This is so annoying. Oh. Because
Wait, was there another Meg Jager?
No.
Okay.
And I realize that now. There wasn't. I was being bullied. Oh. But it's just, like, it's called A Beautiful Mind because I'm like, oh, my autism that I now realize I have.
It protected you.
It has protected me, yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. I mean, I guess it's like also, it's like protecting you from the trauma of like that social experience.
Yes.
Whoa, that's fascinating.
Yes.
Cool. So the tour is in June next year, is that right?
No.
Oh.
It'll start in Adelaide in March. And it'll then be in Melbourne from end of March to end of April.
Oh, comedy festival, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
sweet.
Then Sydney to Brisbane.
Oh, I love that concept. Right, well, I have some really fun questions for you.
Great.
And I want to know, what's the most chaotic thing you've done this year?
Probably moved house 3 times.
Why? That's so annoying.
Because I have such a sense of urgency. So I moved house the first time because the landlord was selling. And then I just had to move. I hate moving so much, so I would rather it get done quickly.
Okay.
And then I moved in with this random girl I found on Facebook Marketplace.
Good.
And she was nice and normal.
Oh, thank God.
And then
it's a lottery, isn't it?
Within like 4 months, she bought a house. And I was like, oh, no worries, I'll find a housemate. And I'm not from Melbourne, so I don't know many people.
Yeah.
And the people I do know already live somewhere. And I just like all these randoms, and some of them would come and I would be like, no, I'm not living. No. And so I just like broke lease after 4 months.
Fair.
And then moved into my friends, but they had a spare room.
Yeah, that's the best way.
It was like, it wasn't an ideal situation. It wasn't like the ideal suburb. And then I bought my own place.
Good
and then
for you.
after 3 months, I moved again into my place that I bought.
Amazing. How
Yes.
iconic is that?
Yeah.
But
It all
also
works
very
out.
chaotic.
Yeah, it was. I don't recommend it at all.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel like the most chaotic thing I did was I went to England for like 2.5 months and just didn't book any accommodation. And then I just figured it out when I was there. Like, I have loads of mates there, but it was like, by the end, I was like, I want to go home so fucking bad. Like, don't have my like skincare routine, no routine at all, like no sense of normalcy. I was like couch surfing, and then I would just sublet a place for 3 weeks and then have nowhere to live. And I was like, why have I done, like,
It's not
I'm an adult,
sustainable.
like,
Yeah.
so stupid.
Yes.
Yeah. What is the weirdest thing that gives you comfort?
Probably just like pimple popping video. I think this is pretty normal. Like, I'm one of those pimple popping videos where someone's like extracting years old wax from their ears.
I'm obsessed with those.
Yeah.
But like, how is the camera so little? Like, I don't get how that goes.
It's amazing.
And like, I don't like when things, like putting a Q-tip in, like, it hurts sometimes. And I'm like,
But you're not meant to put Q-tips in.
what? No, but I've seen girls, and you know when Lena Dunham, like, she pops one eardrum and then she has OCD and has to pop the other?
Yeah, I hate that.
I always think about that, but then sometimes I like go like a bit too close and I'm like, oh, what if I just did that too? I'm like,
oh God, it makes me
I also
sick.
do have OCD, so I'm like, maybe like that's like a trigger for me.
Yes.
Which is weird. I agree wholeheartedly. Pimple popping videos, like, I don't like when it's too surgical. Like when it's like, you know, when they cut out a lipoma and there's like a thick layer of skin, it looks like a walrus, and I'm like, I don't like that.
I love the like 25-year-old blackheads.
Stunning.
That's awesome.
I wonder if they stink.
Oh, they'd have to.
Especially when it's on some hillbilly in like America, and like, and they're just like, oh, how have you just let this go for 20 years? Like, has no one looked at your back before?
And it is most of the time men.
Yeah, always.
Because men will see something. Like one of my best friends, she's a derm nurse.
Yeah. Oh my God, dream.
Yeah, she does my Botox.
Oh my God, I had Botox yesterday, but I got a little bruise here. Looks like a freckle.
It'll go away.
I know, but
it's
look,
awesome,
it's
though.
just like, it's at
It's
least it's on this side of the
character
camera so no one can see, but I've not actually had a bruise. I thought I was going to have a full black eye, but it's just like a little dot.
Yeah, I've looked like I've been beaten up before because I remember one time I got my Botox and the night before I had like a bottle of wine, and then because it's a blood thinner.
Is that a thing?
It's a blood thinner, and so you're not supposed to. You're not going to die from it. But my friend who does my Botox was like, you're going to look like you've been beaten the shit out of.
Nice.
And I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Let him talk.
Let him talk.
But she is a derm nurse, and she once had a man come in and he had like a big bulge on his arm, and it was like a stage 4 melanoma and it had spread throughout his body and he was going to die.
Oh my God.
And she said, when did you first notice there was a bump on your skin? And he said, 3 years ago. And she said, why didn't you come and see a doctor? And he said, I didn't have time. And she goes, well, now you have none.
Yeah, that's so grim.
So it's so funny. I love men for not getting their blackheads removed because I can watch the videos. But I'm just like, this would never happen.
Like a girl would literally just be like, oh, that's weird. Call the doctor and just go.
Truly.
Like on the day. I'd be like, this is really urgent actually. Like I need you to fit me in.
All women are hypochondriacs because there are so many ways for us to die.
Yeah. And also, but it's so funny because we have a longer life expectancy. But it's like and also probably because we're like, always thrust into those caregiver roles, so we're thinking about like what could be wrong with this person, or like you want to help, like even like mental health stuff, like if all the guys I've dated, they'll open up to me about their like mental problems and I'm like, I'm actually not a therapist, but like I will help you through this. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but men just wouldn't. They also wouldn't say to their friends, hey, does this lump look weird? Like, you know, whereas a girl would send it to the group chat, like, legs spread.
I've
like,
so many men say, like, when they're struggling mentally and then you suggest psychologist or counselor or whatever, and they're always like, no, I can sort this out by myself. And I'm like,
why do you think you all keep killing yourselves?
I'm sorry, if you have like a sore tooth, are you just like, I'll rip this out by myself? And you go to a fucking dentist.
This is what I always say, and like I feel like my friend is a psychologist, she's doing her PhD, she's literally the smartest person I know. I've known her for like 20 years, which is so scary to say. And like everything she says to me is the gospel. So like she's told me that we're still 100 years away minimum of knowing anything about the brain that we should know. And like basically the way that we look back on lobotomies now, like winning a fucking ice pick and hitting it in a brain, that's how we're going to look back at like just doling out SSRIs. And just everyone that goes in, we're like, let's do a 20 question quiz and then diagnose you with severe depression, which literally happened to me. And then that we're going to put you on like mind-altering drugs. And I've been on them for 10 years, tried to get off them, couldn't, was suicidal, had to go back on. Like, it's so crazy. And apparently we're going to look back on that and be like, what the fuck? Which is crazy. Like, you think, but I think that's where the whole, like, not disbelief in, like preventative mental health measures and stuff, but like people don't see it the same as they do physical health, even though it's your brain is like, my brain is speaking right now, my brain is moving my arm, my brain is moving my whole body, which is like so meta to think about, but like you know, people just don't think that their mental health is like that is your physical health, because your brain is a physical thing. And they don't understand, like, if you're always so tired, that means you're probably burnt out. There's no connection there. And it's like the physicality of being burnt out is like, I'm physically tired, I'm physically like can't get out of bed, like I'm feeling nauseous or anxious, like, and also things like anxiety, this is just becoming a mental health podcast, but things like anxiety for me, so physical, like my hands will be shaking, I'm sweaty right now, but that's just sertraline summer, baby. But like I get nauseous, like sick nausea, which I've had since I was like 12 years, probably younger, like genuinely it's so physical. And I'm like, anyone who says that this is a mental health, that is the most physical illness like I can feel. Do you know what I mean?
No, I feel the same. I feel it in my stomach, my anxiety. Like I'll vomit, same. I'll get diarrhea. It's so funny. I know I'm not doing well because everyone around me comments on how skinny I am. Which is like sick because I love hearing it. But I'm just like, oh my God, I'm dying right now. Like when I'm anxious, I can't keep anything down. And it's not on purpose. I'm trying to eat, but I just feel so sick.
Last year I had the most, like, it wasn't the most stressful, definitely not the most stressful year of my life, but I was having a lot of new types of stresses. Like I started a business and I was managing this influencer who was just like fucking crazy, and like, he was like my best friend, and then like we just totally stopped talking. It was just like, but like I got so skinny and people kept saying, and I was like, no, I actually am like malnourished. Like I'm not eating enough vitamins and shit, which is like, you know, like I don't feel happy or good. And like right now I'm back at the same, I hate talking about weight because it's triggering for some people, but I'll put a trigger warning. But like, you know, I'm back at a weight where I'm like, I'm actually going to CrossFit, which is so random of me and so not on brand for me, but like I'm just like feeling a bit stronger. And like to do CrossFit, I'm like, okay, I need to like actually have energy and like eat carbs and then like eat my protein when I get back. And it's like, oh, this is like, I don't actually give a fuck how I look anymore. Like I care if I have a fake tan or I care if I have makeup or whatever. But like when it comes to weight, I'm sort of just like, I have cared about my weight for my whole life. I've always been obsessed with it. I look back on how I looked when I was 15 and I hated how I looked. I'm like, you were literally this big, like a tiny, skinny little reed. I'm like, I'm going to look back on now and just wish that I looked like I did when I was 32. And I'm like, fuck it. Like, I don't care. Fuck it.
I think my metric is if I still look beautiful in my clothes that I like to wear, then I don't care.
Yeah.
Because, if
you can feel beautiful when you go out, that's so nice.
Because to me, I love clothes. I love fashion. And so this year I went back on antidepressants. I've been on and off antidepressants for 6 years. And I went back on, and a side effect is that you gain weight. But I think this year, I mean, I'm nearing 30. This year I'm like, I didn't notice I gained weight until I weighed myself at the gym. So it actually mustn't matter. Because I still like how I look in my clothes.
And if you're happy. And I just think, like, I guess this is, like, so on a whole different vein. But, like, even this year, like, my grandma passed away, my dog passed away. The last few months have just been, like, super shit. And I'm just like, who actually gives a fuck about shit like trivial bullshit? And like we were saying before, like you do like sub teaching at high schools and stuff, and like, and I work in media, and like people who like get so stressed about nothing. I'm like watching reality TV is so great because it is escapism, and you're like, yes, like I'm so glad that that's not me crying about a boy on national TV, but it's just like, God, there's just so much that people go on about. And at the end of the day, like we had my grandma's funeral last week, and there was like 100 people in this room, and like she had 4 grandkids she had 4 kids who then had like 9 grandkids who then now have great grandkids. And I'm like, fuck, this one woman made this whole community around her, like created, like touched all these lives, like supported all these people, like everyone in that room has stories about her. And I'm like, fucking hell, like the butterfly effect is just so mental. But it's like, it actually is just all about like having people around you and like building a community around you and stuff, and like working for yourself, like because I've done it for 2 years now. It's fucking lonely and it's fucking boring, and I'm almost at the point where I'm like, I'd love to go back to full-time work because I want to have a big friendship group and stuff. And it's just like, it just comes back to basics. It's like socializing, that makes you happy. Exercising, that makes you happy. Like, it's just so easy to get, especially with like just fucking AI and consumerism and every fucking terrible thing going on. It's like, it's just so obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. You know? I always come back to this tweet that I saw a couple of years ago, and it was like, I asked my nonna what she was insecure about when she was a girl. And she said, Mussolini was a dictator in my country. I wasn't insecure about anything. I was trying to stay alive.
Literally.
I think it's so funny.
My God,
I'm just
so
like,
true.
oh my God, yeah, why would you worry about it?
Do you know what I was thinking this morning? This is so fucked up. Like, I was just washing my hands, literally thinking like, God, I wonder if we ever would truly achieve world peace. And it reminded me, my ex, who was like this Tory, just like English wanker, like very posh, he said one time, I said something like, you know, if you had, we're talking about like 3 wishes or whatever, or like world peace or something. And he was just like, oh, to be honest, like, I feel like if we actually achieve world peace, like things would be pretty boring though, wouldn't they? And I was like, that's actually coming from the most privileged place. Like, you've actually never had any hardship in your life. Like, imagine saying that to someone who lives in a war zone. Like, it's just so, I'm like, I actually can't believe that I didn't call him out more on that. But it's like, that is so fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah, I just like, the concept of being bored is so foreign to me. I can't remember I actually can't remember ever being bored.
Me neither.
Maybe when I was like a really young kid, because a lot of my job as a substitute teacher can be really boring, because sometimes you're just supervising and just walking around.
Yeah.
And people ask, like a lot of other like full-time teachers, like I could never be a sub teacher, it's too boring. And I'm just like, you're boring. I'm like, I'm never not.
Boring people get bored.
Boring people get bored. I'm never not thinking about something. I'm never not worried about something.
Yes.
Or, I don't know, like planning my next move. I would love to be bored.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't know how you can be bored in this age when you have things like Netflix, because I'm like, at the very least, like in an ideal world, I'll go and do my oil painting, like I'll go and play PlayStation, like there's so many things, and I'm like, if you're actually so bored, like you can just go and watch Netflix, like that's not boring. Like I don't understand. Maybe people don't get bored now. Is that a thing? Is boredom still a thing?
I think it is.
Maybe
I think like normals, like neurotypicals, they get bored. That's what I call them.
I love that.
But I'm just like, I'm always thinking about something. Like I'm always planning. I never not have a sense of urgency.
Yeah, 100%. And like there's always something to be done.
There's always something to be done. Like even if
almost to a stressful degree,
every single project that I need to do is done, which is rare. But even then,
there's new ones.
I'll be like, okay, what do I want for dinner?
Yeah. That's a whole new task.
I already have pumpkin in my fridge. Okay, maybe I should like boil the pumpkin so I can mash it up and then make like a pumpkin pasta. But what if there's always 100%. Something to do.
Yeah, obsessed with that. And I think boring people get bored. That's the bottom line.
Only boring people are bored. Exactly.
Yeah, stunning. Here's another question. What everyday thing makes you really angry?
So many things. I would say my primary emotion is anger.
Your resting state?
I do believe that about myself.
But you seem so docile.
That's so funny. No, I am so angry all the time.
Wait, what at?
Oh my God, mostly. I feel like because I am an autistic person, I think I notice a lot of things that other people don't. Like when I haven't met somebody and the first thing they do is shake my hand.
Okay.
That makes me angry because I'm like, well, I need to wash my hands now.
Do you have OCD?
I do.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck, I need to wash my hands now. Or like if I'm going on the tram if I'm on the tram and I'm trying to get off the tram and all of these people are walking on the tram and they haven't let me off yet. That drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah. And you have to be like, hello. Like, why am I screaming? It's 8 a.m.
It's 8 a.m. Yeah. So many everyday things make me angry. They feel like common sense to me.
Yeah, fair.
But I don't know. It's a lot of people
just live in their own world.
First day on earth. Every day I feel like I'm interacting with people who are experiencing their first day on earth.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have to be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, legit.
And I have
it's people with no spatial awareness or social awareness.
No spatial awareness. In Melbourne.
Man spreading fucking pisses me off.
I don't know what it is about Melbourne, but like I lived in Brisbane for 27 years and we spread out.
Yeah.
We spread out. We give each other space. In Melbourne.
Oh, people love touching.
They want to touch. Get the fuck away from me.
No, literally.
It's so crazy. Yeah, so many things. When people like, they cough in their mouth and they like, oh, can I borrow your pen? And I'm like, no.
No, yeah.
You can't do that.
That's weird. Yeah, I feel that. Do you know what? I was on a plane like recently from Sydney to Melbourne. And there was a guy next to me, and like, you know when you see those videos of someone manspreading on a plane and the girl's just filming it and everyone's in the comments like, why didn't you even say anything? And he's like this, like into, and you know when you have a seat, it's like, okay, my arms of my seat, that's my space.
Yes.
So I stay in my space that I paid for. Like, it's so obvious. And then he has his foot in my space under my seat, and I was like, hang on. And I'm always someone who's like, why wouldn't they just say anything? But it was just so awkward that I'm like, I have to sit next to this man for the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
I really can't be fucked to say anything. It's just like I'm telepathically sending waves of violence towards him, like, and like squishing his leg in the thing. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you could just say something. But I'm like,
Also,
it's too hard.
Historically, how often has it gone swimmingly when you confront
stand up.
a man
Yes.
about something? Because men don't... Do you remember that quote Meryl Streep said? She was like, to learn a language and to be proficient in a language, you have to dream in that language. And women, they speak men because they can dream in how men speak, but men don't speak women. They don't dream in how women speak. And so, like, when you call out a man... When you call out a man for doing something that's like really basic, like, hey, can you not put my wooden chopping board in the dishwasher? Yeah. And they're like, what? Oh, you asked me to clean and then now I can't clean. And it's like, I can't be bothered explaining to you that you can't put wood in a dishwasher.
Yeah, it's like,
this is something that you should already know, and you can't get angry at me for not wanting to damage a wooden chopping board that we both, you know what I mean? Yeah,
it's like the education piece. Even last night, my dad was like to my mum, he's like, right, so what order do I put the things in the stir fry? I was like, you are 67 years old.
It's crazy.
You've made a stir fry before. I know you have.
I do think men have like, they all have like learned incompetence or learned helplessness. And the thing is, I think they are as...
This is so funny.
They are like, as stupid as they let on. But some of them do want to change, and then some of them believe that they don't need to change. And I think that's the difference. I think you need to see men as like, okay, they are handicapped. They are the world was made for them to have this learned helplessness, but some of them want to change. And those guys, you should give them a lot of grace. But the ones who don't want to change or like feel
attacked,
combative.
It's the whole like the whole victim thing that they do when they're like, this is misandry, and I'm like, the oppressed can't suppress an oppressors.
Yes.
Okay. Stunning. I would like to know what is the biggest misunderstanding you've had in your adulthood? So like something you found out that wasn't true like far too late, because I have so many of these for myself.
I think the main one is a lot of people in my life have thought that I was rude and rude and unfeeling and selfish.
Right.
And I realize now now that I know I'm autistic.
Yeah.
My thing is I always treat people how I like to be treated because I don't know any other way. So for example, 11 years ago, my cousin passed away and I grew up with her, and it was so awful.
Yeah,
and
I'm sorry.
At the funeral, all of these relatives tried to hug me and I just did not want to be touched. I just needed my space. So I was like, please get away from me. And so as years have gone on, when I've witnessed a friend grieving or crying, my instinct is to
not touch them,
give them space, give them water, like
look after them like acts of service rather than a physical touch.
Because I just think if I was in that situation, I wouldn't want people like fawning over me. I wouldn't want people touching me and like be like, it's okay, you're gonna be okay, she's in a better place. Like I don't want that. I don't want that. You know and so I treat people how I like to be treated, and that has been such a misunderstanding. Like I've lost friends in recent years because they have just felt like I don't care about them. Yeah. And I've had to kind of reevaluate. No, but what do you mean? I'm blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And do you know what? I feel like that is such a interesting take on the love languages thing. Because like for me, like my friend Zaya, she is like one of my best friends ever. She lives in Derby in England. And like I just will get the train up there from London when I visit. And like we just stay in her house with her cat. Like she's just the best person ever. If I'm upset, she just freezes. Yeah. And I know that she cares, and she's such a good listener. Like she's not like, and some people would love this. She doesn't like try to give you advice or try and fix it. She sits there and listens and just like, and like I think I got cheated on once. We used to live together in London in like this shit little flat.
You think you got cheated on?
Oh no, I did get cheated on once.
Oh,
but
okay.
I think this one time, I think I did. No, I definitely 100% did. Yeah. But she like just didn't know what to say, and like you know, and I'm very much, I like words of affirmation. I want someone to be like, you're gonna be fine. Yeah. You need to just chill, like blah 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 blah. Like I love to be told, but she wasn't saying it. And then like I fell asleep, and then because I was crying so much, then I woke up and there was just some Baby Bells and like a chocolate next to me. Yeah. And I was like, what's this? She goes, I just know they're your favourite things, so I just went to the off licence and bought them for you. And I was like, okay, I get it. Like, she just, you know, didn't know how to.
Yep.
And I think that the love language thing, like, in grief is such an obvious way to tell what someone's love languages are, because it's so raw.
Yes.
You know, like with the hugging thing. Like, you don't like hugging, but, you know, you want people to help you do and I think that's why people, like, when my grandma passed away, like, people are bringing over pasta bags for my mum and, like, things like that. Like, people really show their way of giving love when bad stuff happens, you know?
Yes. I just find something that I say a lot lately is everybody has their own nervous system and everybody has their own history. So you just have to assume that everybody's trying their best.
This is the thing, and this is what I was going to say makes me irrationally angry, is when people, like, I really hate when people just, like, I know, this is probably going to not be a popular opinion for people, but, like, when people are like, I fucking hate slow walkers so much, I hate them, I'm like, just go around.
Just walk around them,
like, honestly, like, get over it. And or when people are like, I hate when cyclists cycle on the road, but then if you were on the footpath and a cyclist drove past you, you'd be like, fucking get on the road, you dickhead. It's like, you just love being a hater.
You just love being,
you love being mad about something.
Constant antagonist. The cycling thing bothers me because I just bought a bike.
Yeah. Where are they meant to go?
Yeah, and I'm like, I won't ride on the road. My dad he's a motorbike rider, but not anymore because he was hit so many times.
Literally.
Just on a motorbike. And so I will not ride on the road. Yep. There are so many pathways that have ample space. Yeah. I'm very safe. I ding my bell. I'll walk across the crossings. Yeah. And so many people are like, ride on the road. And I'm like, not on my life will I ride on the road.
Did you see that video of, it's so fucked up to watch. It's like these cyclists and then this P-plated dickhead zooms up behind him on purpose, clips his bike, the guy goes flying and then he speeds off. And it's like, you are going to prison. That's attempted murder. That's honestly, literally attempted. Are you crazy?
I feel like even when I'm driving in Melbourne, I'm like, oh, there are some of the worst drivers in the country.
Yeah.
In Melbourne. I can't stand it.
Because we've got hook turns.
There's no way I'm riding my bike on the road.
100%. It's also mental that, like, so statistically everyone in their life will be in a car crash. Yeah. Like, that's a fact. If you're on a bike, that's like, your chances of getting fucked up are really high.
Yeah.
You know? Which is crazy to me. But, yeah. Crazy. Right, I have another question. What's your funniest ever date story?
I have not really gone. I think I've gone on about 3 dates in my whole life, and that was in my early 20s.
Are you in a relationship now or single?
Complicated. It's sort of in a but long distance, taking space. It's too. I can't be bothered describing it.
So fair.
The best way to describe it is that I'm not available right now.
So at like a traffic light party, you would have a yellow sticker.
I'm not available.
Okay.
That's how I describe it.
Stunning.
But I've never really gone on dates. In my early 20s, I think I went on about 3, and I just hated them. Everyone I've ever dated, it's just like, I've kind of fallen into that. Like, you're friends with someone and then, oh shit, now we're sleeping together, or like, oh shit, I think we're in love now. Yeah. But like, anytime I've gone, the 3 times I've gone on, like, someone's asked me out and I'm like, well, okay, because I was young. Yeah. And I've been like, fuck, I hate this.
What, just like hate the small talk and stuff, or not knowing like what to do?
I hate the small talk, and I hate, men just don't really know how, I don't think men know how to be, I guess, authentic, because when men go on dates, they're putting their best foot forward, but they don't realize how easy that is to see through.
Yeah, okay,
and they don't realize how much they're like, and
as an autistic person, you would pick up on that way quicker.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
They don't realize how, like, it's like, I know that you're trying too hard. I know. And the thing with me is, like, I never, especially, I mean, thankfully, everyone I've ever dated, we have been friends first. and then that's just like organically turned into something. It is the best way because what I hate about dates is people want to be like, yeah, I actually studied this and my passion is to do this and it's really important for me. And it's like, bullshit.
Shut up.
Bullshit. And it's like when you're friends first,
and
especially, he would know that I'm a psycho. Like I'm a psycho. I like everything in a certain way and I can be really mean and I'm a bitch and I'm a gossip and I don't want to hide that about myself.
And he already knows all that stuff, so it's like, if you like me anyway despite all that, yay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so like with dates, I'm just like, why are we acting like we're both not the worst people in the world?
That's so funny.
So I hate it.
Why are we pretending?
Why are we pretending? There was one day when I started doing comedy, actually, I was 24. And this is, I wish somebody told me. I now absolutely don't go on dates with guys who ask me out at gigs.
This is what I was going to ask you. Do you get asked out at gigs?
Every week.
What?
Every week.
Wait, but by who?
Bad
guys?
They're all...
Are they hot?
Not to me. The issue is I don't care if they're hot. I don't care what their thing is.
Yeah.
When I'm gigging, I'm at work.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'm at work. I hate that people treat me performing comedy like it's Hinge.
Yeah.
And I hate that people treat my Instagram like it's Hinge, because often if guys don't ask me out at the gig, they'll follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is pretty blatantly my comedy page.
Yeah.
I post about upcoming tour, upcoming gig, like a podcast I was on, whatever.
Yeah.
And my website is linked, everything, blah, blah, blah. And so guys will message me. I once had a guy go to my website link and for inquiries and ask me out in the inquiries.
What?
And it bothers me so much because I'm like, there is nothing wrong with Hinge, Bumble, Tinder Field, etc.
Yeah.
If you are attracted to me and if you think I'm single, find me on one of those things.
Yeah, not the right
And I'm not on those things, so you can probably safely guess I'm not available.
Okay, yeah.
Because I don't think it's that hard to find someone.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that hard to, if you're living in the same city, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can safely assume I'm not available. Please do not use the format where most of my business transpires to ask me out.
Yeah.
I am at work, and it's what really bothers me is that I'll be doing a gig with, say, this has happened before. Do you know the comedian Ray O'Leary?
Yeah.
Yep, Ray, man. He's on TV, much more famous than me, but like one time we were on the same gig. We were getting paid the exact same. We did the same amount. We did 10 minutes of material each. After the gig, after this gig, this mother and son, like mother who was like in her 60s, son in his 30s, approaches us.
Oh, God.
And is like saying to Ray, oh my God, you're our favourite comedian. We watch you on TV all the time, blah, 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 blah. And then the mother turns to me and goes, so how many times have you done that? And I said, done what? And she goes, that on the stage. Did you just go up tonight? And I said, no, I've done this thousands of times because this is my job.
What?
And she was like, oh wow, good for you. And then she goes, what's your real job? And I was like, I said, this is my real job. I have another job though. I am a high school teacher. And she goes, my son's a high school teacher. And she points at him.
Oh, God.
And then he's like, you were so beautiful up there.
Ew,
I would
with
love
his
to get
mum?
Yeah, he was like, I would love to get a drink with you. And I was just like, it's so interesting that you see a male comedian and you're like, yes, there is a factor that Ray's on TV all the time.
Yeah.
But it's like you see a male comedian and you're like, wow, he's amazing.
Like you idolize them.
Yes.
Whereas you sexualized you.
Yes.
Yeah, gross.
And it's so annoying because I'm like, my material, I'm never do I say, so I'm single. so I want my back blown out.
My vagina this. I got my period today.
I have had jokes that like have, sexually explicit content, but I always make sure if I'm doing a joke that has sex as a theme, I'm never talking about me.
Yeah.
It'd always be a friend because I don't want anyone to picture me.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating because I never ever, like I do not present as available.
Yeah, and do you know what's so funny is that, and I think working with, because I work with loads of influencers as part of my job that I have, and like obviously interview loads of different talent, that kind of thing, and also I've just, because living in England, you just weirdly meet a lot of celebrities because they just also live there.
Yeah.
And I feel like the biggest thing that blows my mind is that people don't understand that who you are on stage or who a person is on stage,
yes,
fully different to another person, like to their normal person they are in their normal life. Like,
yes,
I went out with a few comedians in London, and like their persona on stage, like confident, like controlling the crowd, so charismatic, funny, all those things, and then completely neurotic, like, you know, depressed, mean, like behind the scenes, like it's just like that. People just think like, oh my God, like even people like Taylor Swift, everyone's like, she's so authentic. It's like, you don't know that. You actually don't know that person. And for you to like have this parasocial relationship is crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
It's very fascinating, especially with something like comedy, like with musicians. If you know, are at a pub and you see a singer-songwriter, you're like, oh, wow, beautiful singer, but you actually don't know them because you know that because it's like, for one, someone's singing voice is drastically different to how they talk, and you don't know if they wrote that song, you don't know if that song is about blah, 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 blah. But with comedy, people don't realize that, like, this is a set that I have written, and it is very likely that this set is fiction because the purpose of this set is comedy, not to tell people anything about my life. And
it's not to inform you of something that happened to me, it's to make you laugh.
Yeah. But like, because when I'm on stage, I am talking conversationally, but it's a one-way conversation. Yeah. And the response is only laughter. People feel like they do know me. Yeah. Like every week I get messages from these guys, and this is what I want to do. Me like they know me.
Can you read them out? Are any of them like funny?
Honestly, yeah.
Because I love unhinged DM. I get a lot of weird DMs, and I feel like I'm very open on my stories about mental health, about sex. I talk about drugs. I talk about everything that I've been through, and also I have a podcast which is long form content. So everyone, if you're listening to this and you've gotten this far in, spent 48 minutes, and I feel like people probably do know me more than if it is just a singer or something, like who, you know, sings a song and maybe they didn't write it. But like, even so, people will message me stuff as though we do have a personal relationship and I'm like, I don't know you. Like, this is crazy. And like, people will be like, and they're in your like other DMs being like, oh, I'm kind of Melbourne, like, should we get a drink? I'm like, I literally don't know you. You could be a killer.
I have a
serial killer.
From when I lived in Brisbane, there are these guys who used to come to my gigs who I don't know, who would message me being like, hey, going to be in Melbourne this weekend. And I'm just like,
I don't care.
I don't fucking know you. I remember last year, wasn't Christmas Eve. I think it was like 2 days before Christmas Eve. I got a message from this comedy punter, this guy who goes to gigs. Yeah. I have never met him. I couldn't pick him out from a lineup. Don't know what he looks like. Yeah. He messaged me and, oh my God, I wonder if I can find it. I remember most of it anyways. Yeah. Is this it? Yes. Okay.
Oh, good.
So I never spoken to this guy. Don't know what he looks like.
Obsessed.
Goes 21st of December, 2024. I'm just wondering where we go from here. Meg, I like your energy. I've been holding out for you staying single for a year now, just in case.
No.
That's all he said. And I don't usually reply. I usually don't reply. It just stays in my hidden request. Yeah. But I got this message when I was a bit drunk. And I was so annoyed. I was like,
get him.
What the fuck?
Get him.
And I just said, I live in Melbourne. I have a boyfriend. And I don't know who the fuck you are.
And like, as you should.
Yeah.
Did he reply?
He was like, oh, apologies. I'll just be a fan of your comedy. But like, oh my God, the best one I ever got.
I love this.
This is my favorite message I've ever gotten.
Oh God.
Hi, this is going to be very random, haha, but my mate Luke has a massive crush on you and thinks you're very funny.
No.
I didn't reply at all because I don't have to.
Yeah.
It can just stay in my hidden requests.
Literally.
12 hours later, I get a message saying, hey Meg, your jokes are bad and you should feel bad. And then I replied,
negging you, like, fuck off, cunt.
I replied and I said, it's amazing how I'm suddenly not funny now that I don't want to fuck your friend.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I have so many. This is just showing you.
Keep going. We love it.
And like,
this is my favorite content, is just exposing weirdos.
I'll read out one.
Find some too, just because while we're here.
I'll read out one where like I was a bit annoyed this year just because like I feel like this year I had like very low, wasn't great for my mental health. So I was like, this whole year I've not been available. Yeah. Like dating wise and also like emotionally I've not been available.
Yeah. And also, like, you don't have to have a boyfriend to not be available, you know?
Yes.
Like, you can also just not feel like dating, which I also, like, am kind of in at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, seeds.
And it was so crazy. There was 1 month, I think it was July, every time I did a gig, I would get asked out. And it was so upsetting to me because I was like, I am not putting anything out and I'm like back on antidepressants and I don't know why the fuck these guys are fucking talking to me. It drives me crazy.
Yeah. I guess it's like, it's such a double-edged sword because it's like how, like if you wanted to ask someone out, what is the protocol then? Because it's like, I mean, how do you know? I guess it's sort of like you can just gracefully say no and walk away, but if they get angry, then that's bad.
Yeah.
You know?
They have no idea. Like that guy who I didn't reply to 12 hours later, he insults me.
Go away. Yeah.
I can't find the message, but I remember it. So I did a gig at this comedy club called the Comics Lounge and in the set, I mentioned that I'm from Brisbane, but I didn't say that I lived there. Yeah. Anyways, that night I get a message from this random guy, as usual, never met, being like, Meg, I loved your set at the Comics Lounge tonight. And he goes, can't get the visuals out of my head.
Ew.
Like that. Because I told a joke about a friend who stopped seeing a guy because she didn't like the way he ate her out. And I wasn't talking about me, I was talking about a friend. What? Anyway, he goes, before you go back to Brisbane, I was wondering if we could get a drink. And I was, this was like, I had a gig every night that week. And so this was like the 5th time. And I didn't really usually reply, but I replied to this guy and I was like, hey, I don't do comedy to meet men. I do comedy because it's my job. Please don't ever do this again. Yeah. And they always are just like, it's never nice how they respond. But he was just like, never implied that you weren't doing your job, but all good. And I was just like,
God, it's like you
have no idea. You would never like go to the doctor
and make a sexual joke, or like go to like Coles and talk to the checkout chick and be like, can't get the image of you touching my items out of my head.
But I even think like as a teacher, when I've had parent-teacher interviews, I've never had a single parent ask me out because that's not appropriate.
Yeah, that's so real. I guess people just think, because your job is to be relatable and funny, they just think that that's what you truly are, but it's work. Yeah. That's so interesting.
Yeah, I had a guy fucking crazy.
I did a video once on TikTok about like how like what's wrong with like guys, like you just sit on a dating app with them for ages and they never actually ask you out. Then you just become pen pals or something. And this guy messages me and he goes, hey, will you go out with me? And then 12 hours later, he just goes, see, bitch. And his photo was of a skeleton and he had no followers. And I was like, why would I say yes to that? Yeah. Also, we're not on a dating app. Like, you're just a crazy person.
I know that there are people in the world who have met their partners via Instagram and that is great and good for them. But you can't just assume Instagram is a dating app for everybody.
This is like, even on LinkedIn, I had a client who I was working on a campaign with in London message me and he was like, hey, haha. I was like, hey, Like, he's my client, so I have to be polite.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hope you don't mind me adding you here, haha. I'm like, what is going on? Like, you're CC'd on emails I've been on. And he was like, actually, do you know what? I can probably just find it. Where is it?
That's the thing. Why can't we can just read them out?
Yeah. And it's just like, I'm sorry, I just don't care about your dignity because you did this.
Yes.
Like, shut up.
And there's that thing of like, oh,
where is it?
You just trying to shoot my shot, and it's like, you know what, that's not what I'm upset about at all. Like, you got to shoot your shot, but it's also like, you are not allowed to be upset that the response to you shooting your shot is not reciprocated. Yeah. You're not allowed to be upset about that.
Literally. This guy just goes, hey, full stop. I was just thinking about you. Full stop. I was like, yeah, probably because I'm CC'd on 100 emails that you get a day.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I said, I think you have the wrong person. We don't know each other. Like,
good.
What?
It's good to gaslight them.
Yeah.
It's like, I've never said that.
Get them to explain it more. You know what's so funny? When someone says something mean.
Yeah.
And then you say, I don't get it. And then you make them explain that they're a cunt. And you're like, oh.
Yes. That's like rule 1 in my autism book. Like when it's always when a man says something really sexist.
Yeah, like, I'll explain that.
What does that mean?
Yeah. And they get them to mansplain their own joke until it's not funny anymore.
Yeah. And it is especially very confusing as an adult finding out how sexist things are. Yeah. Because like growing up, my mum was the breadwinner. Yeah. She was the provider and the care. Like both my parents had jobs, but like my mum earned more money. Yeah. And she also like did all the house stuff. Yeah. And like my family's pretty, like I've got a dad and 2 older brothers. Me and my mum, the only women. And so growing up, I was just like, oh yeah, women. Yeah. They're the ones who do everything.
Yeah, like that's normal for your reality. Yeah.
Yeah. And like women represent competence to me. Yeah. And so like growing up and becoming an adult and being belittled in almost every workplace I've been in by a male boss has just been like, wait, what do you mean? I'm the girl here though. Yeah, I'm meant to be in charge here. Yeah. 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 God, that is so interesting. And like, but yeah, guys who ask you out at work, it's not the one, you know? It's not the one. And I feel like if you go to a work drinks and you're both there and you're chatting and the vibe is right there, then that's appropriate. Truly. You know? But if you are on LinkedIn sending me a DM and I don't know you, I feel like this might get a lot of backlash, but I've always just wanted to say, and this is, I do like the way that I look, but this is not coming from a place of like, I'm the hottest girl in the world. This is coming from a place of like, you are. Men would fuck a table. This so real. But like, I just want to say to every man, if I wanted to go on a date with you, I would. No, literally. Like I would just do it myself. Yeah. Because I'm better at communicating than you are. 100%. Like if I'm attracted to you, you'll know. Yeah. I'm never playing games. Do you think that being autistic has like figuring that out has changed how you approach dating? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I found out I was autistic because a partner I had, he is a psychologist and he was like, I don't know if anyone's told you this before, but I would guess. And everything, and like our relationship improved because he knew how to communicate to me, and then I knew how I wasn't ashamed to communicate things because I was like, oh, this is how I communicate. Yeah, I think it has improved everything because I'm just like, oh, there's actually, I used to, a lot of my friends were like, just go on a date, just go on Hinge. And like, I don't like Hinge and dating apps for the reason because I'm like, it just feels so inauthentic. Yeah, yeah. But that works for some people, but not me. And yeah, I think it's helped me be like, oh, there's actually nothing wrong with my approach because I'm still, like, I'm not lacking. Yeah, 100%. Connection. I'm not lacking meeting people. I'm very capable of falling in love. Yeah, it just reinforces like what you already know. That you have like, yeah, I love that. Oh, well, this has been so fun. Thank you so much for coming on the pod. For having me. And if you want to check out Meg's show next year, follow her on Instagram. Please. It's at Meg
Jager, not
Yep.
Mick Jagger.
Yep.
And like, comment, subscribe, and all those fun things. Love you guys. Bye.